There we go. I think it started now. Doop-boopity. Ad starts already? I just started. It started up on Twitch. Check YouTube here. Never know where to go for the YouTube ones. Dashboard, maybe? Am I streaming? I don't know. Come on. Live? Yep. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Chat is ready to display messages, and why is it not letting me type in there? Uh, I guess I don't have a way of typing in there now. Weird. Oh well. All right. So today, some pretty nice stuff over here. I like it. Okay. I don't know why this is repeating so many times. It should only repeat, what, twice? Weird. Oh well. That's CPU. Ain't nobody cares about that, right? Okay. So the next thing, there's an ad in progress. Oh, would you look at that? Okay, so first I got to go to here, open up my shader. That's not the shader I wanted. Compute biomes and compute terrain. Don't really need the biomes anymore. Yeah, we're gonna be working mostly on terrain today, which is okay. Okay, so I need to get these state params in. I have to make sure that these state params are coming in is basically what I am trying to say here. Because if they're not coming in, then then I can't pull them in. So, hmm, uh, I mean, I could rename them without parameters. That probably would have been better. Oh well. We will do that later. So, I also have to make sure that this is actually going to load them correctly. Can't remember if I did that or not. Well, let's just check. Okay, so we have to make sure all of this stuff gets put in. Well, I don't need an update now. Um, I don't. Man, if I did that and made it work, that's crazy. That's not used. Biome shader, yeah. I should split these out into their own things, but oh well, because we're getting pretty large here. So with the color bytes, that's fine. I don't need these anymore. In fact, I don't need any of these. Blank. Okay. These I don't need either. Mm. Okay. So where was I loading this in? Uniform set, create, empty bio, albedo map. Shader parameters. Uh-huh. This is going to be the height map variable. Well, no, because this is, I mean, it will be, but I don't think I actually put it into format yet, into byte format, packed byte format, or whatever. Okay, compute height and biome maps. That's together. I should split those out, but later I'll do that. I'll do that later, rather. Well, where am I loading them? Dictionary, yep. Where's usings? All references. All right. Symbols without references. All right. So it doesn't actually have any references yet. Let me see this one now. Alt F2 apparently. Load params from file. Gotcha. This is system text JSON, which is not what I need. I think that's where I paused last time because that means by using system text JSON, it does this exactly. Yep. Unfortunately, it doesn't track the loading of the JSON files correctly, and so it loses the reference to it. Sure, we'll save and close. But it loses the reference to it, and so I can't do it this way. So the next thing, I didn't actually get this thing to work. No. This thing to work. New shader params. No, return shader params. Okay, so I need to, wish there was like a debug function that I could use, but so I could step through this. We could just new it up like that. That's fine, sure. Shader params dot get type. I mean, can't I just do it like this? Let me see. So I'm not actually able to type it out from a struct because it's not an object, it's a struct. Gotcha. Okay. So I have to get it using reflection like this. Yeah, okay. GG. GG, y'all. All right. Print. Dot set value. Oh, okay. It's going to be a lot of printing, but that's all right. That's okay. So we're going to say plus set value sets the value of the field supported by the given object. So essentially this is going to say on this object, which we've created up here, which I don't know why it unnewed it. That's kind of weird. And it'll be this type, which is a variant. Which, unfortunately, there's certain things. So these can be ints, I guess, but it's hmm, we're gonna have to see. Yeah, we're just gonna have to see. Um, so this will be an addict. This dictionary is variant to variant. Okay. Variant is the key. Gotcha. Variant.toString. Yeah, okay. Um, so that's going to be the type. Yeah, that'll work. So we want to get both the type and the actual value. It's a value here, so we'll say kv.value dot well, I mean they're all 32-bit things. The problem is that they have to be loaded correctly because a float being loaded into an int is going to be completely useless. And the other way around. So I have to dot as basis. No. Uint vector. I mean, I could just do dot toString, right? Type is that, right? 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 Maybe? I don't know. Um, so after this, we could say uh, for each. No. Um, I guess I could. Well, no, it's not an object, so I can't actually do that. There's no toString for a struct, right? Is there? I don't know. Oh, right. Lowercase string. Return derp. Okay, so I can do it because a struct is technically still an object. String, string to string. No. Um, yeah, so dot toString on this is just going to be the object reference, which, oh well, it's broken now, so can't look at it just yet. Probably gonna save it at some point, right? Hmm. So I'll get shaded params from dictionary. So I have to do this from a dictionary level instead of using the JSON serializer, which is annoying. Uh, do JSON like this. So I think the JSON like this. Well, that's going to be down here. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Uncomment that and comment. Well, I really don't need to comment this, to be honest. New JSON, which is has variant. Yeah, so this is the right one. Uh, error. So let's see here. So we gotta have to we gotta um remove this unfortunately, because doing it from external, when it deserializes this to an actual object, the object is not actually tracked in Godot. So when it tries to reserialize it back into an actual object, or rather when it tries to clean them up, it just crashes because it doesn't have a reference to an actual object. So I can't do it that way. So this is, so system.text.json can go away. And I think, yeah, okay. That is Godot. That's good. Parse, yeah. JSON.data, which is a variant. Uh, do we have any, like, the dictionary or something? Get property list. Returns the object's property list as a godot.collections.array of dictionaries. That's close. I just don't need an array of dictionaries. Hmm. I don't need to get class. Data is kind of what I need. I mean, I could just pull it out as a data dot as dictionary, right? Uh, let me start this up. There we go. Okay, so um, JSON Godot 4.4 equals type array. If successfully parsed, use data to retrieve the variant and use global scope.type of to check if the variant's type is what you expect. JSON objects are converted into dictionary. Okay. So, since that is going to be a dictionary, leaf. What? Why is there no sound? It's just a silent raiding zombie. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It's been so long. Thanks for the raid. Welcome, everyone. I think let's get to a dictionary. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time. Monster. Yummy. Well, welcome on in. So I can kind of give a little overview of what I'm doing here. Well, my Godot crashed. I've been great. Yeah, very, very busy this year. But thankfully I've managed to squeak out some energy to start doing streaming again. So I'm pretty happy about that. So right now I'm working on a new game. Started it about like 8 months ago that we started. Um, I'm doing all of the programming and engine stuff, and then there's also an artist with me. I'm not going to show any of her art on the stream until we have it, safe and everything. Uh, but we also have a musician who will be making music once we're a little bit farther in as well. But essentially, I'm doing all of the back end, well, all of the coding. We're doing this in Godot using C Sharp. And right now, I'm working on terrain generation. Ugh. And so I have it looking like this, which actually, if I can just go to what, like 1080, using the it takes a while on the CPU. There we go. So this is just random noise. Obviously, each of the colors represents a different biome. That just tells me that there is a different biome there. Obviously, I have to fine tune the actual noise values there. But right now, I'm working on moving that over into GPU land using shaders, which is much, much faster. As you can see, I mean, that's like instant, basically. Unfortunately, the issue now is I'm trying to get each of these biomes to have their own noise function. And in order to do that, I have to send that to the GPU somehow. And, beans. Thanks for pats. Yeah, and the way that I was doing that is here. No, not here. Here? No. Script. Aha. So I have these as each biome. So like a dirt biome and forest and all of those. I have them as different values in here, and I can, change these values and load them up. And the idea is that, like a mountain or a forest or a swamp or something is going to be vastly different when you try to generate it. So like a swamp is going to be quite flat. And so a lot of these frequencies would be much lower for a swamp, for instance. Um, and that this allows me to fine tune each biome without having to like recompile things. I can have this on the outside. Where's the your mom biome? Hey, what's up? This results in angry red messages. Yeah, so I've never so I'm pretty new to Godot in general. I'm coming over from Unity. Uh, yeah, for various reasons. I really love Godot. I'm just still learning it. And I have recently, as of last stream, realized or learned that serializing data and deserializing it using the built-in system JSON thing, which is a really nice package, really nice thing there. Unfortunately, if you try to deserialize an object using this, then Godot freaks out because it can't tag a Godot object reference to it. And so when it tries to load, this is the shader stuff, so that's not really related. But with the JSON stuff, when it can't tag an object reference, it tries to clean it up, and then the entire instance just crashes because it can't find that object reference. If you waited, you would just automatically learn how to use it without trying. Yeah, I mean that works, right? Yeah. The cool guy biome is located inside me. Aw. Well, thank you. Yeah, I think you're pretty cool too. I think you're dreamy. So you're the dream biome. I think that the your mom biome is the swamp here. That's probably true, right? Um, yeah, so I can kind of show what's happening here, just you know, for fun. It crashes the entire instance though. So this normally is how I would do it in a normal C sharp program. Just serialize and deserialize directly using this system text JSON. Because the built-in C sharp is JSON package is really, really powerful. It's really nice. But if I do this and rebuild, it just is going to, there it goes. Yep. So it's just going to say failed to unload assemblies because it can't reference that object anymore. And so it just breaks the entire thing. Which is unfortunate because this would be much, much easier to go with because I could directly pull this struct out using the deserialization like properties and things like that. Unfortunately, I can't do that, so I now have to learn exactly how to serialize and deserialize using Godot. And so far, what I'm thinking, I'll continue waiting for Godot then. Yeah, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. I think they wrote a book about that. Um, so uh, right now I have to kind of parse this in a weird way because when the JSON serializer and deserializer for Godot, it pulls it out as a Godot dictionary. And that is a dictionary of what they call variant, which is essentially just a wrapper for a type of some sort. That could be an int or a float or a string or even an array. And it's just around everything, um, which makes it much easier to reference as far as the outside way of doing it. But when you actually need to know what type it is, it makes it much harder because you have to always pull out that type when you are bringing it in. And of course, they can't. Their variant is a built-in type, so I can't have something like fractal type, which is one of my custom enums here. I can't just like actually pull it out directly because obviously Godot did not reference my code when it created variant. So this is probably going to get pulled out as an int, which is fine. It just means that when I pull it out, I have to reference it back into an enum type. Technically, an enum is an integer. It's just an integer with special string names instead of numbers. But yeah, internally it's all just integers. So once I pull all of this stuff out, then I can send all of this data into my actual shaders, which are down here. Uh, and the reason I'm doing this on the GPU, of course, GPU is on the order of 100 to 300 times faster, depending on, of course, how powerful your GPU is. But even bad GPUs are going to be quite a bit faster than good CPUs just because of the parallelization that they have. They can do thousands of calculations at the same time versus each one sequentially. And so, like, well, I have to restart this instance because I broke it. But I haven't learned the fancy schmancy terminology yet. Yeah, yeah, these are all big long words. I am also still learning the fancy schmancy. Well, let's see if I can even talk tonight. Um, yeah. So basically, I want to pull this out, and when I'm creating this height value, the terrain, instead of just using a single state like this, I'll create a new state for each one. Uh, and that should mean that I have the same state, hopefully, across each biomes or each biome. And so all of these things should pull from there. So like uh, forest should be a little bit more mountainy and varied than a swamp or something. And that's, yeah, that's the current thing. Let's go back in. Where am I? There we are. Okay, so swamps don't usually have huge hills in the middle unless they do. Yep, exactly. And so mountains and things like that. So I've got ideas on how to do this. Essentially, what I'm thinking of is I'll have main biomes like forest and swamp and meadow and things like that. But then I'll have sub biomes that I'll add in as basically post process biomes. So that's going to be like cave systems, towns, uh, mountains, that kind of thing. And so I can add in I can change the current things across biomes. So I could have a mountain that is actually three different biomes, like on the edge of three different biomes, or I could have a cave system that actually goes under everything after the whole world is built and things like that. Gonna get ready for bed. Oh, thank you, Leaf. I really appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. We should catch up sometime. I miss you. But have good sleepies. Yeah. Oh. Hello, Quicks. Nanai. Welcome on in. Man, I can't. I have to figure out my my chat thing for my OBS here because I can't scroll on it. So if there's any more than like a couple of chat things that I miss, I might not be able to see them again. But that's something to figure out later. Okay, so currently all of these biomes just have all of the base random stuff. I have forest, just has more frequency, which just means it varies more. And that just essentially is trying to tell me the same thing that I'm doing with my CPU. Of course, I keep doing this. All right. Oh, I have to do this. Did it crash? Come on. Oh, come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Hello? Uh-huh. All right. Well, it decided to freeze instead of crashing, which is actually much less convenient. Boop-a-doo. Come on. There you go. Okay, turn this on. Why? Did I? Yeah, that's what I did. Okay. Uh, shader params. Wait, what? Is it not loaded? Okay. Undo that. We'll just new it up. Of course, shader params. Oh, come on, you should know this by now. Go. Rebuild, clear the log. What? Why are you failing already? I don't have it deserializing though. Well, that's a new thing. Hmm. Okay, so it sort of worked this way, and actually, look at that. It's actually doing stuff. Uh, so this is with the CPU, and I have the forest, which is green at the moment. I have it multiplied by I think 5 or 6 as far as the height variance goes. So that just tells me that it actually is different. And that's what I'm trying to get on my GPU. Okay, we can go frequency way lower than that. Even lower than that would really be better, but yeah, it's a bit better. This also has a lot of fractals in it. Yeah, so it has multiple fractals, so it has a lot of overlapping patterns, which is fine. I'm not really going to be using the CPU anyway. It's just a fallback, just in case somebody doesn't really have a GPU that's capable of doing this. Then it'll fall back to the CPU. Of course, if they don't have a GPU at all, I don't know how they'd be playing the game. So um, yeah. So now I've got to load it in. Okay, clear that. Don't need dirt. Let me see. This isn't. I don't think this is actually referenced yet. It is not. Okay. Okay, so it can actually print it now. That's good. That's good. We want to say this is a biome data, so we want to say either this dot type. Of the current instance. So wonder if this will get it as an actual type instead of the interface. Don't really need that. Okay, we'll go back in here. We'll build it. Okay. Forest biome. Yep, that's fine. And it actually is doing it correctly because that frequency should be higher than the other ones. Good. Um, yeah. So these, since they're integers, everything in a variant automatically falls back to a float. So noise type being 1 is actually just 1.0 according to it. I'll work that back into an actual enum value of an int at some point in the future, probably in in like 30-40 minutes. So we have it as Godot dictionary. Yeah, that is correct. Okay. Now I have to do shader. Is it shader params? It is static. Okay, so we could static initialize on this, which is what is it called? I'll just call it shader params, and it'll help me out here. Boink. Dot. Okay, this. Oh, right. Well, that's confusing. because it has a static here. So like if I don't do it like that. But so we could do shader params. We can name the shader parameters. How about that? In fact, I could name this shader params. Yeah, we'll rename it. Makes sense to have the type be a little bit more descriptive than the instances. Oops. There we go. Don't need reflection right now, at least. Okay, we go back here, shader params, and I'll just call this shader params. Okay, so this is shader parameters. Yes, exactly. This. Does not contain a definition. Yes, it does. I should also rename the file. Where are you? There it is. Rename parameters. There we go. Is that not public or something? No, it's public right here. Oh, well, it's because it's not shader parameters, it's biome parameters. There we go. I mean, since I'm importing it statically, I don't... Yeah, I mean, I should probably just call it shader parameters and not biome parameters, but whatever. Okay, so we got to do var data. So it's actually not going to be data. This is going to be params. Ah, dang it, parameters. I keep forgetting params is a word, keyword. So parameters. Then we will print just a bunch of stuff. Okay. Let's see what crashes me now. Boink. Oh, there we go. So it's hitting that, the first enum, and it doesn't actually know how to convert it. Which is what I was saying earlier, is that the enums are not going to be included in this variant type. So I need to coerce it into the enum type as I'm pulling it out. Um, So when it hits okay, so this is where it's going to be a little weird. So these were coerced. So the variance wrapper automatically pulled in as a float, which is good. Uh, that's good as a variant type float. Object of type, variant type. Okay, so I could do a switch here. Let's just do it so like coerce it directly into an enum. So we can pop this type. I think it's variant dot type. Type equals that. So we don't have to keep grabbing it every time. If type, well, this isn't right, is it? Mm, okay, so key value indict. Huh. So I have to figure out how it pulls dot toString type. So it must be doing. It must be doing it automatically. I think it's crazy. How does it? Huh. Um. Type dot. Is there a way for me to pull it out as an enum? Hmm. So, how does that even work? So, I mean, it looks like it's loading it into this dictionary and immediately going into this for each, like it's a enumerable, which it is technically. It's just that it's crazy to me. Like if it's doing it automatically, yes, I know. Noise type. Yeah. Oh, wait, it's immediately going into noise type? Oh, because seed is not pulled in, right? Right. Of course. Okay, I was confused for a second. I forgot noise type is actually the thing that's trying to be converted. So it says that it's a float. Mm, I mean, I could just say like if it ends with the word type. Uh, rotation type. Yeah, that's going to be another one. Rotation type 3D doesn't exist in here. Ugh, all right. So I need to coerce it into an enum. Let's see what we're going to do here. Cellular distance function. I could just say type, or I could put like enum or something. I'd rather not do that. Yeah, and the difficulty of this is that I have to pull it out as an integer and save it back out as an integer. And I have to do that all on the CPU side and here in this code. And then the difficult part is I have to put this all into a packed byte array in order to send it to the GPU because it doesn't understand types and things like that. Especially not types. These types, custom types. Okay, so right. I mean, I could pull the exception out. Yeah, but pulling off of exceptions is not only slow, but it's also really error prone. I want to catch it before it hits the exception. Well, so first option is just to name them all with something I can pull out just as a string comparison. Reason I don't want to do that is because these are kind of already so like rotation type 3D. Oopsies. So I could pull out type. You know, cellular distance. I could do type func. So if it includes the word type in it. I hate doing it that way, but let's do it. Hi. So, okay. Rename this bitch. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, type function. I hate that. Hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But oh well. Dot contains the word type. And we'll go back into here. Now that means this has to be type func. And we'll have to save that. Type func. Boink. I hate that. I hate it. There's probably better ways to do this, but right now we're going to do it this way because I don't I'll have to sleep on it. Dream of a better way. Dream of a time when I'm not fucking stupid. All right. So if it contains type, then we know that it's an actual enum. Oh, wait, hold on. That's not. I'm gonna do if, not gd.print. What are you doing? Okay, so if it contains type, this is an enum, then we have to actually pull it out. String key equals this dot toString. Hey girl, hey. Key on that bitch, key on that bitch. This shouldn't be uppercase, it should be lowercase. Oh, one of my heart things. I forgot I even had that. Key contains type. Yes. Now we want to say this value. And I could just do variant, or I guess var, value equals kv.value. Means I can place this shit. Okay. So now we have to do some reflection and shit. We have to say set value. Yeah. I wonder if there's like, is this type a system.type as well or no? It is not. It's a long. Don't know why it's a long. I don't think they're going to be that many things, but whatever. So I need a type. Variant.type. So this will have to be an object type. Hate doing it that way. Oh well. Objects. Okay. Then we're going to say type is equal to kv dot no key. So we're going to say key biome parameters dot something. So it'll be biome parameters dot noise type. Yeah, no, I have to get. Dang it. There's got to be a reflection way of doing this, right? Noise type. Reference. It's close. No. These are all the types. I just need to know. Okay, what if I add in reflection? Let's see what kind of reflection things we have in here. The answer is nothing. Um, I mean, that's not static, then it'll ruin this down here, but should be fine. Um, but like, why would this allow me to shader params? I mean, I could do like new biome parameters dot get type, but why do I want to new it up? Whatever. Get type. I'm pretty sure type of is not a thing. Okay. So these are the things from the actual reflection. Find members, find interfaces. No. Yeah, okay, so that's right. Which of course means I can put this back to static because I don't need it actually newed up. Okay, so we need to do dot get custom attribute. It's not an attribute though. Get enum name turns the name of the constant that has the specified value for the current enumeration type. Biome parameters is not an enumeration type. Field, is that what I'm looking for? Field, yeah. No, it's not a field. Uh, members, is it a member? Member. Nested type. Searches for the public nested type with the specified name. Okay, we're getting close. So this get nested type. This is what I'm looking for. C# get nested type. I think if this is what I'm thinking it is, this is what I'm needing. Come on, where are your examples? All right, I guess I gotta do some reading. Public nested type with specified name. Do not qualify it with name of the outer class. For a generic nested class, use the mangled name. Append a grave accent and the number of generic arguments. Always hide by name and signature. I don't need a thing. If the current type represents a generic type defined in C#, its nested types are all generic, even if they. So it's not actually a nested type. It's a get. Well, let's see. Let's see if we just retrieve value of an enum. No. No, no. I already know how to do all that. Oh, um, get inner enum type. Maybe it is nested type, and I'm looking up. Get type of enum and done. Oh my god, that's bright. Ah! Oh, I've been blinded. Jeez. Why is it so bright? Ow. So rude. My poor eyes. Contains an enum. Dot get nested type. Gotcha. Okay, so I was correct. So nested type is actually what I wanted. Okay. So key is going to be, I could do dot two lowercase. Other option is like two camel case. Nope. Pascal case. Because we want it like this, not like lowercase thingy. Okay, so if it contains type, do this. Otherwise, type equals kv dot value dot variant type. What are you trying to say? Introduce parameter for kv. What? You mean introduce parameter? No. You're being dumb. Okay. Well, let's just see what happens. It's going to still break because, oh, maybe not. Who knows? Let's see. Let's see what happens. 3D. I'll go back to my little cute guy. I did him all by myself. All right, here it goes. Click. Did it break? Did it break? Did it crash? Is it going to break? What did it do? At all? It crashed. Okay. Well, I was hoping it would work, or at least do something other than crashing. That's unfortunate. That is the correct type. So EP. Yeah, I'd probably be EP2 if I wasn't drinking another monster and water, and also slept most of the morning away. Watching me on your phone in bed or something. Precisely. Oh, that sounds really comfy. Sounds like cuddle time. While watching alone? Ooh. So it hit this and then it tried to go here. Primo cozy hours up in here. Yeah, that does sound really cozy. I would normally be going to bed early tonight too, but no. Gotta work. Work, work. All right, so this is going to be the type. this is going to be the field. So when it hits here, it crashes. So when it tries to do float into you know, is when it dies. All right. So what I can do is instead, if it contains type, type equals type of, which is true. Um, so unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to do it like this. I don't like doing it the non-generic way. Uh, get field. There's a step in here missing because this right here is going to be the nested type, but where is the actual dot set value? Plus one overload. What's the overload? Okay. Well, I'm very confused now because where is it? Where is it getting the actual value? So variant type is a long. I think that's okay. Well, I think something else is wrong. Yeah, so it's actually setting it as a long variable here because that's the value that I'm supposed to be giving it, not supported by the given object. Okay, so this type is not what I want. Uh, uh, so okay, so we can get out of here, go like that. We have object type, and we'll have object set value. And essentially, we're going to be setting it to this. Unassigned use, that's fine. So get rid of that. So set value going to equal type dot get type dot get enum, right? It's the or is it get enum? I thought it was get enum. Get enum. There we go. Current enumeration type. Yep, yep, yep. Get enum name. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, we're getting there. Turns the names of the members of the current enumeration type. Not quite. Get enum values. I don't want to get. I want to. This is hurting my brain. Flexion always hurts my brain. Let's see. Of the underlying type constants of this enumeration type. so set value equals here. We want to say, no, you are wrong, AI. Yeah, kv.value, right? Right? Well, this might work. I don't know. Let's see what happens, right? Uh, okay, we're going to set it to set value. Okay, did I save it? Oh, shut up. Okay. Oh my. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what happened here. Cannot be converted to system.single. Um, see, it can't be variant type because it's always going to be a long in that case. Dot value dot as. So I'm going to do like that. Okay, well, as as what it is. Oh, that's bright. All right, Godot variant as underlying type. Okay, yeah, but that's as int or as int32, which is cool. Yeah, it does sound pretty dang cozy. I'd be falling asleep like immediately watching this boring ass guy. Although I guess you also have Alone. Evaluates a switch on the variant type and it may not be necessary. This value type it is boxed, okay. Since the variant type is a struct, it can't be null. Variant compatible type, I guess I could just extend variant, right? Type compatible string collections decimal. Um, Implicit conversions don't exist. Enums must be manually converted to their underlying integer type. Yeah. Int myenum.a. Myenum equals so they just basically convert it to myenum, which is exactly what I'm already doing. I think I'm missing a thing here. Yeah. So I need to so the type is type.getType, right? Type of .getNested type, okay. Uh, um, int. Okay, so we have to do a get type on int value, right? I don't think I could do type.getType, but yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so um, I could just say var dot get nested type. So I don't actually need the types down here, so this object can go away. And then type is not going to work either. Dang it. Dot get nested type dot set value as an integer. I can't do it like that because type is now looking like a weird word. Field name, what am I doing here? Just get out of here. This no longer needs kv.value. We can just call it value for now. So how do I grab that type to force it? So I could do dot as. I don't think that works though. Let's see here. Dot as, because this is not an actual type. It's yeah. See, it's not. Well, is there a dot to type? Dot as in 32, yeah. Dot me see how they do it. I mean, I could just grab this like this. Wrong one. Okay. So this is doing it like this. Okay, see. Okay. Hmm. So how do I get that as a type then? I can't do type of, right? So dang it. Okay. Alrighty. So I'll need to look this up here in a bit, but I will be right back. Ah, I have returned. So, let's have a good beer here. It's a beer called Best Friend. A little bit of a pour and a sip. Okay. All right, so how do I get this type directly? That's what I need. It does say type, but hmm. Okay. C# using system.type to not convert. Why can't I think of the word? uh, Cast. That's the word I'm looking for. Casting using system.type. Convert change type. Okay, well, it's not really. It's not really what I was looking for. So if that is an int dot get nested type of this dot base type, no. Retrieves an array of the values of the underlying type constants. Wait. Underlying type, what? I don't know what that means. Get enum names. Underlying type of the current enumeration type. Yummy beer. Dots. Doot boop be doo. I mean, I could do it like this, except that's going to be a name. It's going to be a string. Uh, um, hmm. Array of the values of the underlying type constants of this enumeration type. Enum values. Yeah, so that's fine, but uh, I mean, I guess I don't even really use type, so let's just see what happens here. Um, I'll go ahead and print this. Why not? Okay. Clear. Click the button. Unclick the button. Unless it crashed. It crashed. Okay. Great. Yummy beer. Okay, so dirt biome is this, and then it immediately crashed. Is it like right here? Which would mean like that. Guess what I could do is instead of that, boink. Okay, clear this so I don't have all that crap there. Yep, good. Value 0.25, and then it immediately stops saying system.single. Wait, but you said what? I mean, it literally says right here. Okay, well, let's do as in 32. Okay, let's see what happens then. What? Godot.variant cannot be converted to type system.single. What? It's gonna crash. Ugh. Reflection. Always so annoying. Why? Oh, it's because of that. Got it. Right. 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 Okay. How do I? Okay. Any API that supports Godot instruct. Right. I want to do a switch on this though. Mm, hmm. Model is looking weird when I'm leaning back like this. That's funny. Um, hmm. With the correct value for any variant. Hmm. Uh, dot from. Well, that's creating a variant. I don't need to create a variant. Well, so I can grab the nested type here, but I don't think that's what I need right now, right? Uh, I mean, it's an integer, so I could convert it to an integer. So this is the failure right here currently. Hmm. Mhm. So we can set the value. We might really don't want to have to do a switch. Hmm. Whoa. Hmm. Could do a switch on the entire thing, but I really don't want to do that. Uh, change type. Hmm. C sharp. Converting requires an explicit cast. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Of the variant type stored. Ah, come on. So I could do it as two switches. I would really rather not. Uh, 20 bytes. Oh yeah, that makes sense because it's 64 serialization and moving data around. A dictionary can match any data type used as a key to any other data type because it's a variant to a variant. An array just holds an array of variants. Multi-threaded access. Not yet. For sure. Have to get it working first. So let's look at the dictionary. Yeah, see, this would be great if I could keep a just a string for the key itself, but that doesn't work because I need to have the underlying type correct so that I can actually pack it into the correct amount of bytes. Um, yeah. Ooh, a voxel demo. Cool. Uh, dictionary. Duplicate, erase, find key, get key. Okay, well, I don't actually need this stuff in dictionaries so much as the conversions from one type to another. So I guess, hmm, I really don't want to do that. So we could do this as an as int 32. Hmm. So where does it say that it uses an internal switch? The most important data type in Godot. Yeah, okay, gotcha. But ask Godot object get type name. It's operators equals. Hmm, hmm, variant dot type. Yep, yep, yep. So we have type float string vector. So there's only a couple that this is going to be for now: a float or an integer. Well, actually, yeah, float, an integer, or one of the enums, which is an integer again. That would be like this guy and this one. Hmm. Orange more bear. Yummy. Uh, yeah. So I guess let's just do a switch. I guess. I guess it already knows that type, but how do I convert to it though? So if I say a switch on the variant type, Could do it like that. Okay, so essentially what I could do is this. Var type equals this. And it's not going to be .get nested type. It's going to be shader parameters. And it's not going to be nested type anymore. For the public property with the specified name. So get property key dot get type property type. Declaring type. No. Property type. Yeah. So we do switch type. And actually, this is going to be um, um, I wouldn't have to do it that way because I could just get the property as the from the key. Uh, well, we can say case float dot get type. I guess or type of float. Oh, come on, seriously. Why is it trying to? Oh, not type name of type of float. Come on. There you go. Okay, so constant value of type is expected. Isn't that what this is? I mean, I guess you could do it like that. No. Type dot single, I guess. No, single. Oh, come on. By a bad pattern of type float. What? Single dot type. Oh, type of doesn't work either because it's dynamic. Okay. Well, okay, so how do I, so C sharp switch case on type. Pattern matching feature allows this. Case type int type when in what. You can't use the new C#7 type-based switch feature when you don't have an instance of the switched upon type variable. Hey, Saturn. I'm breaking my brain, as is usual. Derived reference type hierarchies, this will not exhibit the same behavior. Ah, no break brain. So many break. So many break. Ow! Sometimes one has to break brain to make progress. Whoa, so many things. Where's the ball? I know. I need a ball. Breaking my brain downtown. Ah. Draw attention to the distinction. If you determine that you need more savvy type compatibility, here's how to do it. Type when. Case true when type of is assignable from type. What the hell? That's extremely weird. You're switching on. This is inverted switch case. So you're actually finding which of these cases is true. Huh. Interesting. No, I'm sorry. Is okay. Is okay. How you doing, Saturn? I mean, I could do name of. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Things are quite good for me. Um, yeah, yeah. I think that's pretty much. Yeah, been really busy. A lot of things. I was in Germany last week, and a couple weeks before that, I was in Colorado, and been all up and down. Switch case string. Okay. Hmm. I don't need ask.net. What the heck is all this? Go away. car, truck. C#7. Well, I think it's C#7. I have no idea. Switch on the vehicle. I mean, I could just do an if-else chain. That's even worse than the switch case. Um, Case float test. No? Hmm. See, this doesn't make any sense because the vehicle. What is the vehicle? Um. Uh, so brain. Yeah, if is. Yeah, I got it. That's not all what I want. Key dot. Well, I guess I could say value. No. Value dot. What? Come on. I mean, I could do it like this and see if that works. Is float plus value. Uh, okay, so there's only a few things that this can be. It's going to be a float, an integer. I guess I could just do it like this, right? Instead of test, we can say float, not float. Just call it FLT, I guess. Blank. Int, we'll just call it I and F. So it can only be a float, an integer, or an enum value. And that's it, right? Could just say default. Plus value dot variant type is int. Don't need this anymore. All right, let's see how this crashes this. Set value equals F. Set value equals I. Set value equals 0. Yes. is default float. Okay. Type. What is type? Oh, yeah. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so unfortunately, since variant does not include my enums, I can't just have them in here. Uh, enum type plus key, not k, key dot to Pascal case. Okay. Build, give it a couple seconds to catch up. Okay, click, unclick, it crashed. God dang. All right, weighted strength set to 0. Yeah, that's definitely not what we want, but that's all right. Yeah, these are all defaulting instead of float. Uh, what? Oh, it'd be dot single, not signal, no single. What? Float is right there. What? Uh, hmm. Float. So that would be because it would be a type name versus this, which is actually technically an enum. Uh, that's all right though. So value dot variant type. If it is a float, we can say value dot as float. No, as float. Is there a single? As single. And then set value. Okay. If it is an int32, it wouldn't be as an int32, it would be as int. Okay, is int, and we'll say value dot as int32. Come on. Okay. this, I'm going to have to um, switch based on the name, the key name, which we'll do over here. This is an if-else with a... God, this is worse than an if-else chain. It's an if-else chain with 2 switches. Whatever. It's okay. Oh, I'll just do it. Okay. Enum type, rotation type 3D, value 0. Yep, okay. Is float 0.25. Fractal type. Oh, I didn't actually say what it is. Okay, so value value 1. Value 0. Yeah, yeah. So we're getting close. Okay. Int 32 and single. What? Fractal type. What's after fractal type? Octaves 3. Yeah, so we can say this, which is going to be key plus value. Okay. Clear it. Okay. Noise type value 1. Okay. Right here is where it fails. Octaves value is 3. Is float 3? It's not an actual. It's not a float. Well, if they're all always floats, then how am I supposed to load it in as an integer? Hmm. Come on. Um. um, Variant compatible types. Yep, yep. Okay. C# variant. Hmm. As int or as in 32. It's fine. How am I supposed to know the type? Come on. JSON deserialization Godot 4.4. Let's see if there's a better way of doing this. Yeah, okay, so let's see. How do I know that it's supposed to be an int? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Just saying you figured it out does not help the others that come after you. Um, mm-hmm. Numbers are parsed using string.toFloat. Yeah, which means every number is always a float, so I have to figure out. Man, I really don't want to have to go on the name itself. Property descriptions, method descriptions. Get parsed text. No. Huh. Convert the JSON compliant value from native. Yeah. Config file. Okay. This helper class can be used to store variant values. It's like an INI. Only changes what is loaded in memory. If you want to write the change to a file, you have to use save. Uh, Hmm. Yeah, it does not define integer or float types. Yeah, I know. Well, unfortunately, I don't really know what to do about that other than so it's always either going to be a float or a default. So instead, we could do it as key dot to Pascal case. And instead of this, we could do, but I really don't want to. I can't change the type. All right. Converting type, compile time, C# reflection. God, that's bright. All right. You aren't sure. Make foo returns a foo. You do an is. What is check? Dynamic. Okay, so you could use method info. Dynamic is what I've been looking for, I think. Is making a foo. We have an object foo. This is a dynamic pointer to that foo. Uh-huh. Okay. Could use reflection to get. Even if you can cast an object, you can't have methods in your code that accept it as a parameter because somewhere you had this, and clearly you would already know what foo is. Yeah, so dynamic is what I'm looking for. So let's try dynamic then. Proton mail. Okay. That all just left my brain immediately. Okay. I'll make sure that it has a type, of course. Okay, so let's break this. So we can say dynamic, as in 32. So reflection hurts my brain. Okay, dynamic. Key.2 Pascal. This is the type right here. Uh, I can't do as that. If you aren't sure if foo can quack correctly, do all of this stuff. Oof. Well, it's an integer. Dot get nested type dot get enum turns the type, yeah. Uh, oh, oops. Names. Wink. Why can't I do that? Oh, right. It does it like that. Something like that. Well, what? Oh, it's an object. Right. So I could do it like that. This wouldn't be type. This would just be test. Doesn't really matter. Let's see what it says. gd.print test. Just say 0. Doesn't really matter right now. Okay. Boink, boink. Off. Off. Ah, it crashed. I think that it worked. Okay, so the test enum, it actually says FNL noise open simplex 2s, which is the type. Yeah. Get enum underlying type. Get values as underlying type. Okay, I need to get an example of these. Get enum as underlying values, not neum. C#. Let's see. To get enumeration values when it's hard to create an array of the enumeration type. For example, you might use this method where runtime code generation is not available. An array that contains values of the underlying type constants. I mean, is there any example or? Why? Turns an array that contains values of the underlying type constants. This isn't helping me at all. So this is using change type. Task equals supertasks.walk. We do the get underlying type, which is going to be supertasks.walk. We convert the task to, what is X? There is no X. Enum.get values, which, yeah, underlying values has to be numeric. Yeah. Underlying value of an enum. Isn't this what I was just looking at? Get underlying enum dot get underlying type task dot get type. Then you change the task into the underlying type. What? What is X? There is no X. equals type of t, the underlying type. You get the type of the get values dot create instance. Brain hurty hurts. Uses convert.change type. Let's see a little bit more information on that. Stupid reflection. Reflection can go suck a fat turtle. Converts the object into conversion type. Change type object type method can convert an enumeration value to another type. However, it cannot convert another type to an enumeration value, even if the source type, which would be a float, is the underlying type of the enumeration. Use a casting operator or a conversion function. Casting operator. Cannot convert a double to a continent. Right, so that however, it cannot convert another type to a value of a nullable type. This would be an array, but what exactly am I returning? All right, well, let's see what happens here, I guess. System.array. Yay, fully qualify system.array. Because otherwise it could be Godot, and it doesn't, you don't want to do that. All right. Put away laundry, got some cocoa. How do you put away laundry when you're in bed? Ready to await the eeps. Yeah, all this reflection is hurting my brain. List values from enum. I don't think I need that. Enum type. Hurt my brain. I think that's what this does, is the get enum values as underlying type. Because that, yeah, so it returns a right-sized array. I don't know. Let's see what happens. It's gonna break it, but let's see. Clear, blank. Okay. It's an array of ints. Okay. Its underlying type, which is going to be ints. I mean, yes, but uh, get enum underlying type. System dot, no. Get enum name. Well, object value. I mean, sure, why not? Let's see what happens. Did it crash? Enum type is noise type. Wait, what was it? It's because this right here. The value passed in must be an enum base or underlying type for an enum, such as int32. Okay. So this is the name of it. See the problem. That's not what I need though. I need these things as an enum. The enum itself. Enum. Enumerated constants equivalent enumerated objects to object tries to format the value. Try parse enum type. Wait, hold on. Get nested type. Okay. So if I do something like this, what? Oh. Okay. We're going to say enum dot parse. Enum dot parse. It's going to be type. This is the nested type. Okay. Then we want to say value dot. Guess it'll be type dot. Get. Turns the name of the constant that has the specified value. For now, we'll just say set value because that's still an int. I could say var parsed equals. Okay, so let's go ahead and break it. Okay. Parsed. Yeah. Parsed dot get type. Oh, come on, I went in too fast. Now it broke it again. Hey, I think we're doing it right. Yeah, okay. So we actually want to set it to parsed. Value dot as int 32. Okay. That's set value, but we need to do the key as well because the field. Yeah, no, that's fine. All right, let's see. FNL noise open simplex 2. Line 164. Rotation type 3D. Oh, it's because I tried to say rotation type 3D and it's actually rotation type. Okay, let's go back and move 3D out of them bitches. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of progress tonight, but honestly, not too bad. This is a really, really big thing that I need to get working, and once I have it working, it should be a bit better. Okay. Rotation none. Hey, we're getting there. Rotation type, noise type, we're getting there. All right. Okay, so now there's another thing, which is called fractal type. That's right here, fractal type. What the heck? It's called fractal type. Did I name it something different? Huh. Okay, fractal type. Is it because though this is set as rotation type 3D instead of rotation type? Let's see. Hey, we're getting somewhere. Noise type, rotation type, fractal type. Okay, not set to an instance. Okay, gotta clear it out. Okay. Cracked again. Dang it, come on. Okay. Of course. I'll go ahead and do it and hit it and then undo it. Okay, cellular distance type func is when it fails. Yeah. Okay, now it's cellular distance type func is still object reference not set to it. Cellular distance type func. Cellular distance type func. Oh. All right, so it has to be type function there and type function here. Mhm. Dang it, too fast. Crashed it again. Gonna have to figure out all these crashes eventually, but right now we're just trying to get it to work. Wait, what? Why is it not doing it? The fuck? Okay, clear. What? What? Why? Mm. Why is it not loading it? Cellular distance type function. It's the only thing I changed. Cellular distance type function right here. Cellular return type, yeah. Could just call it cellular distance type. Cellular distance type. Rename. Okay, cellular distance type. That means I have to change all of these. Did I not save some of them? Is that what the issue was? Oh, hey. Hey, look at that. This is fine. That's normal. That's what we're looking for. This stuff we're going to fix in just a second. Domain warp type. Cellular distance type. Yeah, this is right. Oops, Control S. We want I don't think cellular distance type is going to matter there. I just want it to load in correctly if I have it. Oh, come on. Now what? Come on. Why? Yeah, a crash. I think a lot of these crashes are because since it's not actually finishing the creation of the shaders, it's not actually clearing those RIDs that it's creating in the middle of them, and it's just crashing because eventually it just has a lot of hanging references. Okay. Derby, 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 derby. Okay, well, see, now it's showing them. Why wasn't it showing them before? Rude. All right, Control F, forest. Forest. I wish I could go from there. All right, well, let's look at forest. Dream biome. Forest biome. So this first one is noise cellular. This one is, so noise type I have as noise cellular. The one above it is noise type of fractal none. No. Open simplex 2S. Nice. So it is actually working. So this is saying that the forest has a noise type of cellular, which it shouldn't be, but that's neither here nor there. This has a noise type of open simplex 2S because it's a 1 instead of a 2. Okay. Man, I think I'm basically there. Now I have to take all of this stuff and pack it into a byte array just to send it over to the GPU. Oh man, my brain hurts. I need to essentially take what I have now and finish what I'm doing with it on the other side of this. So right now, if it's not an enum type, it just returns 0, sets it to 0. So I got to do that side now. So I'll go ahead and do that. Cool. I don't need dynamic type. I no longer need, get rid of this. Get rid of that because now we know that it works. All right, so this is going to be enum. Set value equals parsed. That's correct. However, I will be right back. I must use the pee room. The broom. Anyways, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Now for this, do we need to go back to the switch again? Um, so I could use reflection here again. So basically, like if it's domain warp amp, I'll force it to be a float. Um, well, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. That's all right. Yeah. I think that we'll do that. All right, so we got to do type of biome parameters. It's actually not. It's type of shader parameters. Dot get type. Oh no. Get property. Yeah, get property. I don't need get type on both of those. Just get property. So that is the okay. Why is that not working? Oh, has dot there. Okay, so we have a no, go away. I'm trying to see what type this is. Property info. Okay. Property info dot literal value associated with the property. No. So this is the actual property, public property with a specified name, if found. Or it's not a property, it's a field, right? Dot get field dot get type, right? So this is field type. And now we can no, because this is now a system type, and we're getting into the issue that I had before. Um, I don't really need a switch here, so we could say if field type is enum. Well, no. Wait a minute. So wait a minute. What happens if I do this? Boink, and then I get rid of all this. Else set value equals null. Because it's a struct, it shouldn't be null. You heading to bed? Thank you for the loves. Okay. Object reference not set to instance of an object. Wait. Watching Hunter x Hunter. Dot get field. All right, let's see where it fails here. What? Object reference not set to an instance of an object at line 150. Guess actually it is just key, not key to Pascal, huh? Oops. RT field info is not correct. Dot field type? Oh, come on. That maybe? It's not get field type, it is just a field type. All right, let's see. System.single. Hey, we're getting there. And 32. All right, now we're getting there. So now we could say else if field type dot equals system dot single. Can I do type of? Probably type of float, huh? Okay, so if it's a float, then set value. Well, it's not parsed. It's going to be set value equals value dot as single. Okay. I could say is, huh? Okay, so single type of int, int 32, I guess. No, int, all right. As int 32. Uh, plus field type. Well, no, key. Yeah, I guess key dot. Oh, I guess just key because it's a string already. Okay. Look at that. It's working. 3.0 set to 3. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what this, the bottom is, but looks like we're basically there. So this, well, that can go away. set to, and we're going to do plus field type plus this. Oops. I guess we could do it like this. Yeah. Plus this. Yeah. So no longer need this. That can go away. Oh, this is actually ending up right at the time. I no longer need all this stuff. Yeah, see, I didn't even need the stuff from the internet. Screw the internet. Do this myself. I have green hair. I crashed it. System.in3230. System.single. Yep. Perfect. Cellular jitter method should be single, or jitter mod, I guess. Yep. Perfect. Where's all of my printing done? Don't need parameters anymore. Don't need get type. Okay. Look at that. So beautiful. So I could set this. It doesn't really matter. But it looks good. And what that means is that I can actually take out those types from all of those. But that's all right. This is kind of perfect timing, though. Because now that I have that, I can parse it maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. And turn it into byte array, a packed byte array. Seems like there wasn't a whole lot done. It doesn't really feel like there is, but actually quite important to get this function here done. Because of course now I can use these to send them, load them, save them. I don't have them saved yet, but I can now have a format where I can pull it from a non-compiled source and shove that bitch into my GPU, which I'll work on next time. So, yeah. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and take everyone, and we're gonna do a raid. I don't really think there's many people here to raid with me, but it's all right. We're gonna find somebody. Nine, Mizzy. But while I look for somebody to raid, I will run one last ad, and yeah, see you on the other side of the ad, and then we'll go raid. Okay, so I found someone. Actually, a good friend from the old days. Actually, he was on the forums way back in the day. He actually met him on the Amazon forums a long ass time ago and actually became pretty good friends with him. His name is Shin Masaki. You may remember him, may not. I don't know. He wasn't really active on the Hobbyist Paradise sort of area, but yeah. Anyway, I'll go ahead and start a raid. Shin Masaki, exactly. Um, I always forget how to actually do a raid. So, raid. How do I raid? Herpy derpy 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 derp derp derp. What raid? Um, do I have to do it from my? Oh, hello, self. Probably have to do it from my creator dashboard, maybe. No. Stream manager. That sounds right. There we go. Okay, now we can raid. Um, come on, where is? Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the other side, and hopefully I'll be streaming again either tomorrow or Thursday, unless there's something on Thursday that I forgot about. Always do, but yeah. Hopefully next time we can get the packed byte array actually done. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Bye bye.